Okay, I would tell you something about things that you must check. One of which is, of course, I've experienced bike servicing in Mumbai and Bangalore as well. But I have also noticed that sometimes you can be in a showroom where they are very, very, like sincere, and sometimes they could just be running through your service. So based on that, I have some things which I can tell you that you must keep a check on or look out for. First is, of course, the brakes. You must sometimes after wash it is possible that there would be water inside the drum, and that water would definitely like hinder your braking efficiency. So in that case, I think it is a usual practice everywhere that first they wash and then they start with the service. But one occasion in Mumbai, there was a situation where they would do the wash as the final thing, and which was quite strange for me because that's when all the lubrication and grease that they have applied also gets washed away. But for them, this was for that particular for that particular Suzuki showroom, it was how this should be done. So I did not contest anything, but of course I said, once you're done with all this, I want to take it for a spin, like a test ride. And that's when the brake was making a lot of sound and everything, and they were like, no, this never happens. And I was like, okay, so it's happening right now, so you fix it now. So anyway, so that's one thing. Second is there are so many other things, but normally when you follow the manual and the instructions, you'd get all the information there. I think there's also one more thing which people don't really notice so much, or they do notice or something, but they just skip it out of laziness, is the engine oil level in the engine, of course. So mine has also these blue and yellow not indicator like a marker, but the only way to check this is on the main stand. If you're standing and if you're standing, then you need two people, that's all. But it should not be on a side stand, and this is something which you must always have a look at. This thing, the filling cap, how do you say it? You can also put a dipstick here, but since we have a class, so we don't really need a dipstick. But anyways, this should also be tightened, not too much, because then it could crack. Same is with the drain plug, which is somewhere down there. I don't know if I can reach it. I'm not sure if that's possible, but again, drain plug is something you must check. It's something, like maybe the technicians are very competent, and sometimes they're like, yeah, okay, it's okay, and you can easily ruin your bike by these one or two small things, by like if the engine oil does not have any engine doesn't have any engine oil, and then you're gone. You can do lots and lots of stuff and try to maintain your bike, but if some vital component like the engine or something like this is gone, then it's gone. The spark plug, of course, they say it must be changed once in every 8,000 kilometers. I think you must do that. Even if you would say that our bike is running fine, there's no problem, but I think you must change it because some experts have decided on that, and you can have it like a spare, just in case you are like for me, 8,000, 16,000. So 16,000 was like done recently, and I got it changed as well. But it's like the old one, as per people would tell you that it can last till 10,000. Yeah, you can stretch the life a little bit, but what if you're on a long ride and then suddenly it fails on you? So get it changed, and if you really want to extract some more juice out of it, then maybe keep it like a spare, but really get it changed on time. Okay, this here is the idling screw. So this is basically when your bike is not really when it's on neutral and then you started it. So what RPM will it rev on? Try to keep it between 900 and 1200. More than that, you're putting in a lot of fuel, and less than this, more than 1200, you're putting in a lot of fuel, and it's just like you will not get a good mileage. And less than that, I think it would stall when you're waiting at the traffic signal, and maybe it would just stall. Another thing is, of course, the fuel itself. Try to get it from a nice fuel bunk, but also this pipe. It's like a vent for the fuel. So like when the fuel tank cap is all closed, it becomes like a, the fuel can slosh around inside, and while you're riding it on any kind of road, it will slosh around. So in that case, this fuel, because it's petrol, it would give out this vapor, and because of that vapor, it can also get pressurized. The fuel itself goes to the engine by gravity. So because of this vapor, it could get something like what is called, I think, vapor lock. When the engine or the fuel is not able to go inside, something like that. I'm not really sure about it. But anyways, that is like a vent. So you must try to keep that vent clean so that all these vapor or something, it's like the tank is never getting pressurized. What else? I think more or less this is, the chain. Chain is very important. I think they say you must clean it every 500 kilometers. I don't do it every 500, but it depends on what kind of roads I've been riding on. If I'm riding on some like dirty roads with a lot of rain, something where I expect the lubrication to get washed away, then maybe I sort of like try to do it a little more frequent, maybe 400, 500. But if I've been riding on like clean roads and something which is like I don't really expect that it's gone or the lubrication is gone or something, then I get it every maybe 1,000 kilometers. I know I should be doing it every 500, but even with 1,000, I don't really see a lot of, how do you say, it's okay. I mean, stretching from 500 to 1,000, it's okay. Whenever you're changing oil, of course, change oil filter. These are some things which are like the Suzuki showroom guys which already do, but still as a owner, I think you must see to it that they're doing it. Overall, I think it's easy to maintain this. I do not like that every 45 days to 50 days I must get it serviced, because I think that is a little too frequent. But like, for example, okay, never mind examples, but it's just like I think 40 to 50 days is quite frequent. It could have easily been 60 days. And okay, 50 days, 60 days doesn't sound a lot, just 10 days in between. But then if you're doing this for over 2 years, then it becomes like, okay, or close to 2 years, then it becomes like, okay, like a little over 1.5 months and you're already ready. Something like that. Okay, so that is some of these things which you must see or check. Yeah, this is also one more thing which there is, I don't know if you can see this fluid level. Sorry, it's not the best. Oh yeah, okay, now you can. So this you must also check that it is correct, because this is also very important for your bike. A lot of people talk about this tick tick or click click sound from the silencer, especially when you just switched off the motorbike. So that's the catalytic converter, and I have read it on the forum that people are usually a little complaining about it, but it's nothing to worry. And yep, that's about it for this one. Enjoy. Hey there, thank you so much for watching. In case you liked the video, please do subscribe. Also, if there's a comment or any feedback or a question that you have about the video, please do post below. Thank you.